So you want to learn Invisible. Yeah! God damn! Excuse me, y'all. So you want to learn how to play Invisible Woman. Well, let me teach you the secret sauce to get you winning a lot more games. Invisible Woman is the second healer that I use on my Grandmaster rise, so I do know a lot about her. So her primary attack, the furthest distance it can hit is 30. 30 meters is the furthest it can hit. Also on this attack, you can heal and damage enemies at the same time with this ability. And it's multiple people. If you line your shots up the right way, you can heal multiple people with just one shot. And even if there's an enemy right here fighting your ally, you'll also be doing damage if you're lining up your shots right. I know a lot of you guys already know that, but did you guys know this? If you shoot down and heal at the feet, your ally heals much faster. You see how much faster that is? You can pretty much keep them alive by just healing by shooting at the feet. If you pay attention to her primary attack, it's like a boomerang and it comes back. It heals on its way out and on its way back. So if you can have it just boomerang closer to their feet, they heal much faster. And it goes the same as enemies. If you're going against an enemy, you could kill them much faster by shooting at their feet. Versus doing this. It takes much longer to kill them. But now, if I'm up on them and I'm shooting close to their feet, the boomerang comes back quicker and they die faster. So rule of thumb with me, as far as position, of course you stay in the back line, but you always want to be close to a healer. And I'll tell you why. Let's talk about her Guardian Shield. I feel like this is her most important ability that everybody must learn how to master if they want to be good at Invisible Woman. So as we all know, the shield, it blocks damage, it heals the ally pretty quickly, right? Not only that, if it breaks, it goes 6-second cooldown. But did you know, depending on how much the shield is damaged, it's how long the cooldown will stay. Let me show you. See, now that was only a 1-second cooldown because only 25 damage happened to the shield. So you always want to pay attention to your shield damage because that does affect how long the cooldown is. And on top of that, with the shield, you can move it to different allies. As long as you don't retract it, it doesn't go on the cooldown. But as soon as you hit that retract button, cooldowns happens. So what I like to do is combine the shield with my primary attack. It heals much faster. And you can get to multiple people that way much faster. So let's say this dude is getting hit, heal him. Just move it to different people. You don't want your shield to break, but if it does, so be it. Sometimes you allow your shield to break to save an ally. But do you see how much faster he heals once you do the shield and shoot your primary attack? So of course you want to pay attention to your allies to see where they are so you can keep them healed, especially people like Star-Lord, Punisher, Storm, flying people. The shield does wonders for them, but be mobile with it. All right, so that's one. Another thing, if you guys don't know, she also heals if she's next to her shield. If she's in this radius, she can heal also. Another rule to follow: do not forget to retract your shield. I hate seeing people just leave their shields on the ground like dirty draws. This ain't your room, people. This is Marvel Rivals. All right? So let's say you're getting dived. You're on a brink of death. And the reason why I say you always want to be close to a healer, that is your literal lifeline. You hear me? So you're getting dived. You're almost low on health. What do? You jump back, find your healer, drop a shield on them, and then stay alive, fighting them through the shield. Usually, you and your healer can take out or make whoever is trying to dive you run away. Well, if you guys attacking while healing each other, so a lot of times the dive character just runs back to their team, or you can pretty much get a kill off if they're being too aggressive. Remember that. Again, you're getting dived. Go find that ally, mainly a healer. Stay behind the shield and attack the people. All right, let's talk about her passive ability. After about 5 seconds, she goes invisible. As long as she's not getting attacked or attacking, she goes invisible. This is not what you want to use to heal. Use the tactic that I gave you. Using that shield is the main way you want to use to heal with Invisible Woman. This passive is only to reposition, possibly heal if you guys win the point and got everybody dead. But outside of that, this is just to reposition, get around some allies, put the shield up, get some heals, possibly find a med kit. Now her Veil Step, aka her double jump. Pretty much you could jump back, go immediately into your Invisible Woman state. I use this when somebody's diving me, I want to get away, I want to reposition. Pretty much that's all I use it for. I don't really care to use it to heal. I just like to make the person get off me for a second or two and then go find my allies. Because you know, good players are going to dive the healers as much as possible. So your main thing is staying alive. So this is the main thing you want to use. And you can jump in all directions, back, forward, left, right. I like jumping back most of the time. Another rule, if you're doing a double jump while holding your primary fire, you will not go invisible and you will die. You cannot be invisible while shooting your primary attack, or any attack at that, to be honest. If you're going invisible, don't press anything. Just try to reposition, get to an ally, throw up a shield, heal them, etc. All depends on the scenario. But that's just a get off me tool. Leave me alone. I'm trying to survive. That's how I use that. Let's talk about her force physics ability. This is how you pull and push. I think this is the most fun ability in this game. Because you catch somebody lacking, you could pull them or push them off a map, and I think that shit is amazing. This attack is pretty much straightforward. You can either pull them or push them. They go further when you push them than when you pull them. I think when you pull them, they come about 7 meters, and if you push them, they go about 12 meters, if I'm not mistaken. I usually combine this ability with other stuff, but it all depends on the scenario. So let's say I see somebody close to an edge like this. I'm not going to combine it with anything. All I'm going to do is push them off the cliff and get a free kill. Real cool. Another thing you can do, let's say you have an enemy on high ground and they're annoying the hell out of you, like Moon Knights, Hawkeyes. You know what? Get your ass over here. And then this is what you can do. The team can jump them, get them out of there really quick. You have to really pay attention to the scenario to use it in the best way possible. But just don't use it just to use it. Another good way to use it, let's say you have somebody diving. You got them real close, about to die. What you can do, bring your ass here, get a team to jump on them to finally finish the kill. People like Wolverine, Spider-Man, Venom, those type of people trying to run away, pull them back to get some kills. This ability I like to combo with her Psionic Vortex. So let me show you guys how I actually use this move. You pretty much, you point and shoot it. Once it makes contact with either a wall or a hitbox, it makes this vortex. So let's say you're fighting a group of people or you're fighting a person. What I like to do is throw the Psionic Vortex on them, pull them in, attack them like that. Because a lot of times, the main instinct somebody's going to do when they get pulled is run backwards. So you have this out, and then you pull them. You know how much damage that stacks? It stacks crazy damage, and they're not even realizing what's even going on. Another way to use this ability takes out flyers. You know those annoying characters like Iron Man, Storm. You can also use this to knock them down to make them easier to hit. So let's say you have a Storm in the sky, annoying. Here. She cannot fly if there's a Sonic Vortex around her. If she's making contact with that Sonic Vortex, she'll be down on the ground, much easier to hit. The same goes with Iron Man also. So if you have an Invisible Woman on your team, she is a really good counter for flying opponents. Please remember that. This was something I discovered later on. Okay, let's talk about her ult. Her ult does is pretty much an area of healing. It actually slows down the opponent inside, making you invisible to people on the outside. All right, the best way to use this ability, healing situation. Let's say Cloak and Dagger pulls out a heal, wait a couple seconds, and then drop your ultimate on top of that. But what a lot of people don't do is place it in the right area. So let's say the point is right here. You don't want to drop your veil right here because it kind of defeats the purpose of what's going on. What you would want to do is drop your ult a little on the point, or more so in front of the opponent, so you guys have more room to fight. And a lot of people do not want to get stuck inside that veil, so what they naturally do is back up, thus giving you a lot more room and space to do what you got to do. Last thing, let me show you guys the couple combos I use. I showed you guys this one. That's one of them. And then you have the Psionic Burst. Did you guys know she can push people back with her third melee hit? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. On the third one, you push people back. So the best time to actually use that is inside of your ult, because you're not dying. And what you can do, you can push people out, or you can push them back in. It all depends on how you want to utilize her melee attacks. But people, when I mean Invisible Woman is really deep, I ain't gonna lie, I want to get deep. But outside of that, if you guys need any more tips and tricks, please don't hesitate to give me a shout. TDN signing out. Yo, yo, yo.